What up, nation? Welcome to another edition of the WiseTake MLB DFS Wise Stream. CK013 here. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013, and I, of course, am from the WiseTake Nation, which you can find on other social media platforms listed above or directly at WiseTake.com. If you're looking to take your DFS game to the next level, we are a premium DFS content provider, as well as a DFS community designed to help make you a better DFS player. Go check us out. Day Pass is available if you want to try us out. That being said, if you're new to this channel, welcome. You've come to the right place for some free fire DFS content, so make sure you subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and don't miss out on any of the free content we put out. Currently covering MLB slates Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, not Thursday. Not on YouTube, because we do the NFL show Wednesday night, but Friday as well. So yeah, subscribe, notifications bell on. Don't miss out on the MLB shows. Don't miss out on the football shows. Hit the like button, man. It helps us out. Leonard, what's going on, bro? Leonard in the chat had another great night. Leonard's been on fire with the cash games, man. On fire. I see it in the Slack. Talk to him on Twitter. He's in the YouTube chat. He's been killing it, man. Shout out to Leonard, man. Doing dirties. Only one with Duval. Braves, man. Did have the Braves in the quote. That was cool. I'm glad that's working out. Hopefully, a bunch of you were subscribed, did check out the article, and were able to grab some Braves because they're going nutty. We've got a massive slate, 11 games. It's big, right? It's big. The pitching is weird though. It's like you've got your couple guys that have talent, but have not been foolproof, right? Brandon Woodruff, Kevin Gausman. Woodruff will be going up against the Cardinals. He didn't fare so well at one point earlier this season against them. And the Cardinals have kind of been red hot, right? But I'm wondering how that impacts Woodruff's ownership. I'm assuming he's going to be high on, especially because Peralta did give up 3 earned runs, but I think he had like 9 Ks. Kevin Gausman is another one that I've trusted for the most part, like this season, last season, but lately he's kind of like shown that he's not, he's human too. Playing a Padres team that just beat him up, 4 earned runs in 5 innings. Did strike out 7 of them, but wasn't going to cut it. Now, typically you don't expect to see the exact same result if you see it again. Nathan, what's going on, bro? You like Eduardo? We'll check it out. So yeah, those two are your, I guess, SP1s. Expect them to be popular. Urias won't be popular because he's in chorus, right? Some people will play Manoah. He's expensive. The Rays are a very good offense. It's a great park. Makes me nervous. I think Manoah recently pitched against the Rays, excuse me. And I think he had a pretty good game. Yeah, had a massive game. 8 innings, 10 Ks, no earned runs. Went for 40 DraftKings points. So, yeah. I think, honestly, I don't know. The Rays are kind of interesting. I don't know if I'm playing in the contest where I would need to do something that contrarian, but because I would at least think that the Rays offense is contrarian at this point. I don't know. Marcus Stroman's in Boston. Tough spot, tough park. DH, don't see a ton of reasons to go there. Joe Musgrove against the Giants. So I think Musgrove recently saw the Giants at a fair. I mean, yeah, it was okay. Right, went for 14, which has kind of been what he's doing now. He's had a tough schedule. So he went up against the Angels, which was the weakest of the bunch, and did really well. Since then, he's seen Houston, the Dodgers, and the Giants. Tournament, right? Tournament only type deal. Erod, I think Nathan. Here we are. So, Park is not great. Erod's been one of the most unlucky pitchers according to his metrics. Right? ERA is at 5, xFIP is at 3.48, SIERA 3.65, 27% K rate. BABIP is very high at 358. And so our contact rate is only 27. The problem is we've been saying that all season, and the bad luck continues to kind of chase him. If it really is all bad luck. Now, he's had some upside games. He destroyed Tampa, and in the very next game at home got lit up by Tampa. It looks like his home starts have really kind of been a little more troublesome for him. He did have a good game against Baltimore. Looks like earlier in the season, it's kind of a trend. If you look at his splits, averaging 13 fantasy points per game at home and 16 on the road. He's given up, he's had more away games than home games. He's had 11 starts at home and 17 road starts. So I don't think it means much. But it is the Mets, man. The Mets may think they're playing for something. It seems like they're kind of out. But they seem to think they're playing for something. I think Erod's a nice tournament option. And he's cheap enough. He's in the SP2 range. Jordan Montgomery is at home against Texas. They gave Nestor Cortez a little bit of a hard time. Montgomery, similar type of pitcher, right? Moderate strikeout rate. There's upside. The thing about the Rangers is they only have a 22.4% K rate against lefties, but they do have like horrible numbers along with that, right? 130 ISO, 284 WOBA, 80 WRC plus. You know what I mean? Leonard says Erod's like Darvish for him. If he takes him, he's a disaster. I know what you mean, man. Everybody's got those players, right? Like, if I don't take him, he'll do well. If I do, he's gonna ruin it for everybody. I know exactly what you mean. But I think these are the most interesting pitchers off the top, right? Nathan says I'm from St. Louis, so I'm not playing Woodruff. Who's my SP1? Oh, I'll let Leonard answer that for you in the chat, man. He's the one that's been on the roll. Tell him, Leonard. Yeah. Tell him. We'll move on to top offenses. So the Dodgers will be popular. They're in Coors against Antonio Senzatella, who's actually been one of the Rockies' best pitchers, and that's not saying much, but just never really seems to get beat up as much as you think. The Dodgers obviously a very good offense, though. Brewers against Jake Woodruff. This was what we were supposed to get today. Didn't happen. They put Lester in instead. But I like the Brewers to kind of bounce back in this game in general. Sorry, Ethan. Nothing against the Cardinals, bro. They're red hot right now. Nothing against them. They're playing well. You should be happy as hell, man. Braves against Luke Weaver. Braves did a pretty good job tonight. I don't think Luke Weaver is that good. He's got a 43% hard contact rate. The numbers they're like terrible, but they're not good either. D-backs bullpen is disastrous, and that's a big thing, right? If you get to the starter early, you get that bullpen. That's the big thing. The Rockies have been better against lefties this season than against righties. They do have a 179 ISO against lefties and a 334 WOBA. Of all the teams with the terrible WRC pluses, them in Atlanta really stand out in ISO and in WOBA. Not to mention they typically, pitchers. I mean, they play better at home, obviously. Pat Bush, what's going on, bro? Milwaukee killed my lineup tonight, man. Yeah, it was rough. Lester's that dude this year, man. You keep thinking he's going to get lit up, and he should. His numbers say he should, and it doesn't happen. Maybe a timing thing. He just kind of catches the right guys at the right time. I don't know. Astros against Packy Naughton. So we've got Sierra 5.24, which is the highest on the slate. Houston, a very good offense, obviously. What's not to like about Houston? It comes down to ownership, right? I think Houston's ownership will be low enough because we got Coors. I think people are going to try to play the Dodgers, as they should. You know what I mean? They're going to try. Things to watch. So the Cubs they've shown upside at times. Let me just check the wind real quick at Wrigley. Let's take a look at the wind. Make sure there's nothing absurd going on. Meant to check that before the show, but so 16-mile-an-hour winds blowing in. So that may do a couple things. Number one, it may put Alec Mills into consideration for tournaments, though the Twins are a team that I'm not really trying to pick on right now. And number two, it kind of lowers the appeal of the Cubs against Griffin Jacks. Griffin Jacks is terrible. I mean, this guy's awful. And he's got a 50% fly ball rate, a 42% hard contact rate, but the wind is pretty fierce over there in Wrigley. So I don't know, be that as it may. The Yankees, they were somewhat popular. I think they'll be low owned against Dane Dunning because of all the other options. We talked about Houston, and Duning's not that bad of a pitcher. So curious to see what wins out there. And then the A's will go up against Marco Gonzalez, another fly ball pitcher. It's a big park though. A's got some lefty matches on that team. Chapman's playing well, right? ISO's not that high, but again, they play in a pitcher's park for their home games. Just tell you something. But just something to keep an eye on. Dong watch over out here. I'm going Christian Yelich. Going Alex Bregman, Mookie Betts. Christian Yelich, Alex Bregman, Mookie Betts. That's going to do it for this edition of the MLB Wise Stream. Don't forget to check out my article, my Core Plays article at WiseTake.com. Also check out Paulie's Dirt Sheet. Our projections, cheat sheets, all that good shit. And you can test it out with a day pass if you want to try it. If you have a monthly membership or higher, you can get access to our Slack chat. I'm trying to get that thing rolling again. It's been a little slow, but trying to get it rolling again. For myself, the entire WiseTake Nation, don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. And as always, good luck.